Round 2, Velocity Ranch, open team roping. Let's get underway with Steel to Poli, Brett McCarroll. 6 and 57 on their first one. They want to lay another one down clean to stay in line for that 5-head average. Comes across the line just right. Steel rides an awesome barrier. Come around the corner, and we slip a leg all the way to a 12 and 38 on the second run. Number 4, Grady Brandon and Clint Brower, 12 and 38 with a leg on their first run. Let's get one laid down clean on the second. Great shot from the camera crew from Dave Castleman. Castleman, Canada is where you'll find him on the World Wide Web. Now we're looking at the heel box. We cleaned it up here, 8 and 28 for Team 4, Braden and Brower. 5, Logan Bonnett and Clark McCarroll. Logan trading in the sorrel for the Palomino pony. Going to get him turned around and head the other direction. All right. 5-second barrier line as it stands already. As he gets him turned, let's loop, scoop, and back on up. We got 2 feet. That's going to be a 12 and 61 with the barrier penalty. Number 6, Kenton Fawcett and Taylor Brower, 9 and 2 with a clean run on their first round. They're on their way to having 5 down consecutively. No penalties involved. Good at the barrier line. Coming across. Steer hard at a rope with his head down just a little bit. Let's turn on the first corner. Third hop and hammer down with an 8 and 29. 8 and 29 for Team 6. 11, Clay Ullery and Brady Chappell. They were a 9-0-9 on their first one. As solid as they come on both ends of the arena. This, guys, I tell you what, is the team to be watching. Right here with a white horse. Sets it up real nice. Over the back a couple times. And Brady Chappell says, those are mine. 8 and 35 on their second round. 8 and 35. Let's go all the way down to Travis Gallais and Devin Wigemyr. 7 and 79 on their first round. Here is the quintessential bookend as far as team roping is concerned. You got Travis Gallais, many time champion on the backside. You have the young gun in the form of Mr. Wigemyr. What do we have on the second round? Yeah, 2 feet together. It'll be an 8 and 76. 8 and 76. All the way down to Kyle Smith and Riley Wilson. They were a rapid 8 and 55 on their first round. As he nods and comes forward. Going to go ahead a little further down than he wanted to. That's all right. Wiley Wilson will clean it up if anybody can. And that good heel horse he's riding today does his job. 7 and 59 for round number 2. Let's go down all the way to Justin McCarroll and Rocky Dallin. 7 and 21 on their first steer. Puts them in great contention on round number 2. It's still anybody's roping as we are in a progressive line. Okay, out of his hand as he breaks the barrier. 2 feet on the backside. Rocky doing what he does. 10 and 45. 5 and 45 moves to a 10 and 45. 28, Cole Bevans and Brady Chappell. You see Brady Chappell, Saskatchewan Cowboy, in round number 2 many times here. There's a good shot of him. Horsemanship at its finest. Come around, that steer runs the left just a little bit. They take care of it, though, and 2 feet. Yeah, you betcha. Waits for it. 8 and 67. They're going to clean up that second round. Let's go to 34, Dawson Graham and Colton Fletcher. 14 and 63 on their first one with a penalty. We reset the buckskin heel horse just a little bit. There you go. All right. Gets out real good. Nice steer. Comes out, ropes him around the horn, swings a couple times over the back, and lines it out. He says, whoa, we're going to come tight with an 8 and 77 clean. 8 and 77. Team number 35, Riley Roy and Riley Wilson. 8 and 07 on their first steer. Let's walk it into the second one. Alrighty, guys. 8 and 07, a couple tenths of a second off of their pace, but that's all right as we clean it up here again in second hole. Hey, 8 and 40. Those are 2 runs, and put that together, that's going to be a 16 and 47 on 2. Good run. 36, Tristan Williams and Dallas Cornfield. 13 and 1 on their first one with a penalty. We're going to roll into round number 2. You watch the Cowboys hanging out just a little bit further. Come early that time, and it's going to be a +5 on the barrier line. We clean it up on the backside with 2 feet. 11 and 57 is where they wind up. 11 and 57. Back to Logan Bonnett and Matt Fawcett. 8 and 47 on their first round. Looking to be anything under an 8 would put them in a lead on 2. Let's see what they can get done as they back into the box. Ride the barrier line just right from Logan Bonnett. Handle that steer just exactly the way it needed to be handled. And a one leg on the backside is going to give them a 5-second penalty. 13:05. Grady Brandon, Kyle Lucas, 8 and 1/8 on their first one. Another 8-second run to put them in a lead on 2. That's where they would like to be. There's that big red and white steer. Handles good, though, right around the corner. And Kyle Lucas says, one leg, 13 and 88 with a 5, 13 and 88 with a 5. Team number 40, Tell Fluelling and Kelly Bueller, 8 and 65 on their first one. As we see that good heel horse, great shot, heading to the west of Alberta's foothills. Good looking view here at Velocity Ranch. All right, Fluelling comes out, rides the barrier just right, gets one turned perfect, and on the back, where do we have it? It's going to be a leg to a 13.02, a leg to a 13.02. All the way down to Team 53, Grady Brandon and Colton Schmidt, 7 and 62 on their first one. Colton is good roan horse. Uh-oh, we have a barrier on the front side with Grady Brandon. And on the back, cleans him up. 2 feet is where they tie it down to, and we are going to come to 11 and 39. 58, DePoli and DePoli Steel and Don, Longview Cowboys, Ranchers Extraordinaire on the front side, Horse of the Year Badger, and there's that good-looking heel horse and a horseman extraordinaire himself, Don DePoli, as he comes out and turns the corner. Team number 58 gets it under control, and 2 feet wrapped together. What do we got? We're going to have to ride ahead, get our dallies. Yes, we got them taken care of. We're going to lay them down with an 11 and 84, 11-84. Team 60, Riley and Casper Roy. They were an 8 and 91 on their first one. We've watched these guys be very consistent throughout the year. Let's see what they can do round number 2 as they draw that black steer that ducks just a tick, tick, tick to the left. Not that big a deal for these guys as they roll in, wrap it up, and lay it down with 7 and 1-8. As we go down to 67, Troy Fischer and Colton Schmidt. Alrighty, Troy, we've been watching you and these young guns whip butt all year long. Let's continue to watch it here now as he comes forward. For Colton Schmidt, rides the barrier line just right. Big sorrel horse gathering the steer up. Pooches him on out of there, and we have another 2 feet for a 7 and 54. 7 and 54 for 67, Schmidt and Fischer. Number 70, Justin McCarroll and Taylor Brower, 13 and 46 with a penalty on their first run, looking to clean up round number 2 in our roping here today. Uh-oh, barrier line once again, and roping in Canada has decided 5 seconds here at the Velocity Ranch Open for a 10 and 83. 10 and 83 on round 2. 73, Riley Warren and Ryan Tittel, 12 and 76 with a penalty on their first one. Highland Project's bringing this whole show here together for you. We're proud to be a part of the 2016 Roping. This DVD is going to be available to you folks all over Canada, U.S. Just get a hold of one and watch it over and over again as Ryan Tittel comes tight. And a 9 and 14 is where we end for round 2. We're going to go to 74, Dawson Graham and Wyatt Erickson. 12 and 95 on their first one. Penalty ridden a little bit. We're going to look to clean that up in round number 2. Ride the barrier just right that time. We're going to go and turn it right in front of the Highland Projects banner. 1 foot on the backside, another penalty for a 12 and 66. 12 and 66. 75, Roland McFadden and Brett McCarroll, 8 and 16 on their first one. As the wind continues to blow here on a beautiful day. Alrighty, guys, come across that line. It's warmed up a little bit. You see the hoods are off. We're going to get them turned right there at about the 3-swing hole. Steers a little harder to handle and gets it cleaned up, though. We're going to call it a 10 and 23, a 10 and 2/3 of a second. 78, this is Dustin Coates, Asa Johnson. 13 and 1-9 on their first one, brings them into round number 2, looking to clean things up. Scores just right, gets his loop up over his shoulder where it needs to be, and gets him turned right on the corner. There you go, Mr. Johnson. 7 and 54 will be the time for round 2. Team number 80, Brady Davies and Brady Chappell, 13 and 31 on their first one. Let's clean it up on number 2. Chappell's back over and over again in these higher rounds. Great place to see a guy like this come around the corner and really give us a clinic on healing as he does so again right now with a 6 and 36. 6 and 36 for Davies and Chappell. Let's go to 82, Trey Callais and Devin Wigemyr. The young guns roping here together. You see Devin Wigemyr roping with Travis a lot. Now here he is roping with Travis' son Trey. They were 12 and 85 on the first round. Right across the line, chucks it a long way. Come around the corner. There you go, Devin. 6 and 64 to go ahead and place in round number 2. Number 84, Lance Isaak and Logan Spady with a 13-13 on their first one. This is team all the way to 84, we'll remind you, in round number 2 as they come forward. Get a good shot, break that barrier line. Buckskin horse just a little bit too early on the back. We're going to clean it right up with Mr. Spady with a 12 and 63 with the 5-second barrier penalty. 87, Riley Warren and Kyle Lucas with a 14 and 19 on their first one. Clean it up in round number 2 to maintain their place in the average. A little later than he wanted to be, maybe. Doesn't matter. Bay Horse can gather some speed up right on the corner. That is typical of what we've come to expect from Kyle Lucas. First jump and a 7-3. Down to 89. This is Logan Bonnett and Riley Wilson. 8-2 on their first one. Let's watch number 2. There is the master right there. Great shot of him in the heel box. Hats off to the camera crew getting down and dirty, watching things need to be. Yeah, right out there in front, and Riley rolls in smooth as silk. 2 feet for a 7-66. Number 94 back in the box, where there's a gray horse with Clay Ullery once again, and Ryan Tittel, American team roper up in Canada, supporting team rope in Canada. We're glad to have him here. Okay, Mr. Ullery, let's do it. Tosses it right down there. Good camera angle as we watch Ryan come around the backside. Come tight on one for an 8-27. 8-27 from Ullery and Tittel. Down to 99, Roland McFadden and Casper Roy. A 7-79 on their first one. These guys team up oftentimes at these jackpots, are no strangers to the winner's circle as you watch Casper come around on Bam Bam. He says, whoa, and we're tight with an incredible 7-04 following their 7-79, putting them at a 14-second, just a long 14-second on 2 times. Brady Davies and Chase Simpson. 8 flat on the first one. Yeah, gets it out of his hand right here. Nice head loop as we come around the corner. Loop, scoop, and back up. It's awesome with a 7-5. 7-5 for Team 100 as we go to Team 103 with Jonathon Drake and Taylor Brower. They were a 10-0-1, a nice clean run, solid businessman's run on their first steer. Looking to knock a couple seconds off here on steer number 2 to maintain their viance for the championship round. There you go, man. There's no way you can set one up better than that. Come around the corner, and where are we in the field? An 8-04. 8-04 on steer number 2. 105, Logan Bonnett, Ty Cahoon, 7-1-5 on their first round as we back the Palomino pony in the corner one more time. Looking for 2 feet here on a Saturday afternoon. Gets it out of his hand. Uh-oh. We're going to get it fished on, prod it around. Ty Cahoon catches a leg for a 13-87. 13-87 is where we're at as we go to 1-0. Let's go to Team 108. And Justin McCarroll and Ryan Tittel, an 8-1 on their first round. And as we move to the good heel side camera angle, get a good look at Ryan Tittel, American Cowboy. He's back here a couple of times in the second round, and we're going to clean up round 2 with a 7-41. 7-41 as we go to Travis Gallais and Rocky Dallin. 12-63 on their first one. Team 112 is back in the box and ready to rock and roll here for their second round. You hear the pre-fert gates open. They come forward. These guys have roped together so long, it must be second nature to them as we clean it up in the pen, and it is a 6-97. 6-97. 114, Steele DePoli and Matt Fawcett. This is going to round up round number 2. They were at 8-94 on their first one. Matt Fawcett, concentration is high. Roll in there, Mr. DePoli. Yes, sir. Gets one turned just right. Uh-oh, steers is down, but we're going to come back with a leg, and it's going to be a 12-29. Well, there's round 2. We'll be back with round 3 action.